Hi, my name is Gabby George, and welcome to your 50-minute full body flow today. We're gonna get it all in. We're gonna start with a nice warm up, work our way into our arms, work our way into our legs, and then down on the mat for the rest to sculpt class. You're more than welcome to be shoeless today. I have some grippy socks on, which just help me ground down with the earth a little bit more. You'd be needing a supportive mat, some light hand weights, 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds. Anything in that range is perfect. And a Pilates ball if you have one. If you don't have one, you can use a small pillow or you can just simply use your body weight. Also more than welcome to throw on ankle weights as well to make this extra spicy. So without further ado, start seated with me. We're gonna have our legs in crisscross position. So take your arms up and over your head and thread it through heart center. Take your elbows out wide. Big inhale with me. And exhale, release it. One more inhale. And exhale, release it. Grab those hand weights and make your way to a standing position. We want ourselves in that wide base as always, so our legs are right beneath our shoulders. Start to dig into your heels, give your toes a little bit of a wiggle, and then tuck your butt under. Start to find the fire in your core, so squeezing those abs super tight all the way to your spine here. We're gonna reach those arms all the way to the side, bring those palms up to the sky, and then find a tap with that right arm, punching it and rotating it to the side, keeping that left arm long. Down and a punch. Nice and slow start. Take your gaze ahead. Again, dropping your shoulders down, finding the length in your neck. Unclench that jaw. Use your breath as support here. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. You have 1. Other side. You tap and open. Tap and open. Keep that right arm long and lifted. Find that crunch in that oblique for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Bring those arms center. Find a drive with those thumbs up to the sky. Good. We are holding here for a bit. So if you ever start to feel like your shoulders are coming up and you can't control that, you can take your hand weights down and just use your arms. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I want you connecting those weights here and then taking a curl towards your face and lowering so that 90-degree angle here. Good. Starting off strong. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. You can do it. Last one. Hold it out wide. Unconnect those weights and then find a drive right to left. Shoulders stay down. Lifting with your elbows is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Roll yourself all the way down. Remove those weights. Drop it down, reaching your right arm high to the sky. I want you to take a spinal twist. So rolling out your wrist, taking your gaze over that right hand. Big opener. Warm it up. Good. Now our arms are nice and warm. We're gonna get into it a little further. Reach that left arm up, right arm down. Big circles with your wrists. Take your gaze over your left fingers. And then take both hands down to the ground here. I want you really digging into your palms. Bending your knees, opening up your hips here, and then lifting those hips to the sky, digging in your heels. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, exhale, lift. You're there for 4. Lift, make this juicy. Let your head just fall heavy for 2. And for 1. Roll yourself up, 1 vertebrae at a time, grabbing those weights back in hand. Awesome, y'all. We're gonna find those legs in a wide sumo squat. So toes facing out here. Find it and drop it down with me. So digging into your heels, we're finding that pulse. Similar to a squat, we're gonna be in our heels here, but I want you tucking that butt under. So no hinging those hips back. Elbows go out wide, palms connect. I want you to think as we go through this experience together that there's a big space in between your armpits. You're actively pressing your shoulders down like you have a big orange in the center of the arms. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We're staying low here in 1, popping our heels right to left. A little calf stretch. Good, just getting that body warmed up. You have 4. You have 3. Stay with me for 2. Pulse it out in 1. Drop it, sit it deep for 8, 7, 6. Get there for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, lift yourself all the way up, reach those arms high, and then we're gonna go down in that sumo squat, taking that goalpost wide. So we go down and lift, down and lift. Good, getting our heart rate up as we punch over our head. You got it for 4, reach it for 3, reach it for 2. We have 1 last pulse to finish. At the bottom, drop it low, hold that goalpost wide. Almost there, it's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift it up, good, shake it off for a second. Awesome, back in that wide stance, toes facing to the front here. Bring your palms out wide to the side here. Find a lift up to the sky, and then a lower to the side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. So feeling rooted in those heels. Again, slight bend in your knees. Inhale, drop your shoulders. Exhale, side. Inhale and exhale. Use that right here. It's 4. Lower for 3. Lower, we're adding on in 2. In 1, adding a center tap here. So you go center tap, elbows wide. Lift all the way up to the sky. Center tap, bring it in, lift all the way up and open side. Inhale, exhale, reach high. Inhale, exhale, reach high. You have 4, inhale, exhale, reach high for 3, right there with you. Good, you have 2, lift and lower. Last one, hold those weights up right here with me, crisscross it right over left. Left over right. Now we're gonna start to come down for 4 counts, all the way to the ground, and then all the way back up to the sky. So inching for 4. You have 4 lower, 3, 2, and 1, 4 high, 3, 2, and 1. Good, find the control on that descent using your core here, using your breath. Inhale, and exhale, go down 4, 3, 2, and 1. You have 2 more rounds of this. Keep it up. You are crushing it. Lower for 4, for 3, for 2. 1 more round. Take it all the way up. We're gonna hold this crisscross here. Big push. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Good, you guys. If you want to pick up a heavier weight, you are more than welcome to. We're going to start to really get that heart rate up. So digging deep into our heels, we're going to go low in our levels, punching this right arm down, and then crossing our body. So finding that twist in that left oblique, you go right arm only, punch, down, and punch. Keep that chest lifted as you drop into your heels. You go down and reach, down and reach. Really using your levels here, really going big. Be that drama. You have 4, cross, 3, cross, 2, cross, left side, pick it up, go down and cross. Keep that right arm locked into your chest, that space in between your armpit. You go down, cross, down, and cross. For 4, for 3, we're gonna go into both arms in 2 and a center punch in 1. Drop it down, low, center punch, low, center punch. Crisscross it right over left, left over right. Squeeze those shoulder blades back, chest lifts. Give me 4. Woo, work it. 3, 2, hold it in 1, hold it here. Squeeze it back, bring it center, back, bring it center, catch your breath. Let it all go in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Awesome, you guys. We're gonna lower down into a hinge position. We're rowing it all the way back this time. So bring those elbows up, find a kick back, lower it down. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, lower down. Mind a muscle on that tricep here. So connect with the back of that arm. Squeeze, squeeze to that highest point that you can get there. Go inhale. Exhale, lower. Try not to round that spine forward. Your abs are staying mega engaged here. You got it. Give me 4 more. No shortcuts. We're in it together. For 3, kick, down, and lower. Last 2. 1 more right here. We're holding that tricep kick back. Bring it in, bring it out. Bring it in, bring it out. Find that control. Find that energy. Work it for 4. You are so strong. For 3, you can do it. For 2, and 1, clap it together. So bring those palms and clap it out. Keep your upper body still. Stay low in those legs. Maybe you drop a hair lower if you can. It's 8, 7, chin is up, gaze ahead. For 4, for 3, for 2, lift yourself up, and 1, bring those weights in front of you. It's our last little driver with those arms. Thumbs are going up. You have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, own it, drop it, let it go. Awesome, you guys. Ooh, shake it off. Drop those hand weights. So at this point, if you want to put on ankle weights, go ahead and do so. You're more than welcome to have them on for the rest of this class as we start to work our lower body. 2 pounds, 3 pounds, whatever works for you. And we're just going to use no weights in our hands today. I like to burn out one side and then the other. So there is a method to the madness. We're really going to get that mind and muscle connection in. Focusing on our right squeeze. We're going to step back onto this left foot. So drop it down into a lunge. I want your right knee hovering and you're digging into that left front heel here. So take your hands out in the heart center and then bring your hands all the way down, lifting and exploding out of that left heel. I want you lifting that right leg high to the sky. So find the tension in the back of that left leg in that hamstring, squeezing your right glute high, both hip bones shining down to the ground. Bring your knee in, so find a knee-to-knee tap. Bring it all the way out, kick it out one more time, then drop that knee into a hover, and then bring your hands into heart center, and then stand yourself up. So I just threw a lot at you. We're gonna do one more slow. We go down in that lunge, hands down, kick it back, knee comes in, kick it back, step back in that lunge, lift your chest up, and then explode into that left heel. You go down, lunge, hands, kick it back, bring it in, kick it back, step it down, lift it, stand it up, go down, hands, kick, knee in, kick, step it back, lunge it up, stand, lift, it's down, hands, kick, bring it in, focus on that right squeeze just as much as the tension in the back of that left leg. Good. You're burning it out. We got this together. Take it at the pace that feels good for you. Down. Hands. Kick it back. Bring it in. Kick it back. Lunge. Lift. And stand. Give me 2 more. Hands down. Kick it back. Bring it in. Kick it back. Woo. Step it. Lift it. And stand it. Last one. We're going to hold here. So hold right here with me. Don't round that chest, but keep your spine nice and neutral. Kick that leg back and then bring your knee in. So that standing left leg is on fire. We're staying with all that weight in our heel. You can for 8, bring it in. For 7, bring it in. You can do it. Dig deep, be light on those fingers. Try not to bring your weight forward. For 4, for 3, for 2, step back in that lunge in 1, drop that right knee into a hover, bring your hands into heart center and just find a pulse. Start to shift that weight into that front heel. We're gonna add on here with our hands going beneath our thigh and then lifting it up in a pulse. So you go down and lift, down and lift. Keep that chest up. Dig weight towards the left heel. For 4, lift. For 3, lift. For 2, lift. For 1, lift. Stand yourself up. Awesome, you guys. Woo. Yes, believe it or not, we're doing that one more time, still on that same side. So stepping back with that right foot, digging into your left heel. We lunge down, hands down, kick it back, bring it in, kick it back, lunge, lift, and stand. Good, pick it up here. I know I'm pushing you. I know I'm testing that balance, testing the strength in your legs. Keep your gaze forward, lock eyes if you're starting to feel wobbly. Find a spot to hone in on. Inhale, use your breath. Exhale, kick. Inhale, step to lunge, exhale. Good, it's down, hands down. Kick it back, bring it in, kick it back, lunge, lift, and stand. 2 more, it goes by quick. Now you know it. Find the confidence, dig deep this second round. One more, step it back. We're holding it down here. Hold it back. Bring it out and in. Don't lock this left leg here. Bring the knee in, kick it out. Knee in, kick it out. You're almost there. Try to lift out of that standing leg. I know it's easier said than done. Drop those shoulders down for 4. Squeeze that right glute. Keep that mind and muscle there for 2. And for 1, step it back in that lunge. Last and final pulse. Lift your chest up. Drop your right knee in that hover. Bring your hands beneath your thigh and then lift. Low, lift. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. You have 1. Lift yourself up. Come to a stand. Digging into our right heel. So other side, we're gonna go right into it, stepping back. So lunging it all the way down with that left knee back, digging into our front right heel. Hands go down in front of us. Explode into that right heel. Find the stretch in the back of that right leg. Bring your knee in, flex and squeeze that left glute. Drop that knee into a hover. Lift your chest, stand up, explode in that right heel. You go down with the lunge, hands, kick it out, bring it in, kick it out, lunge, lift, and stand, go down. Hands, kick it out, bring it in, kick it out, lunge, lift your chest, and stand. Good, find a spot and lock eyes with it. Focus and dig deep on this left side. Give it your all. You just did that right side to completion. Now give this same attention to detail on this other side. Don't let the fatigue of your muscles stop you from keeping going and focusing here. You are more than able. You can do it. Bring it in, bring it out. Lunge, lift, and stand. Give me 3 more. Bring it out, bring it in, bring it out. Lunge, lift, and stand. 2 more. Step it, bring it down, bring it in, bring it out. Lunge, lift, and stand. Last one, we're staying low here. Hold it here, drop your shoulders down, flex your foot, stomp it out, and then bring your knees in. Squeeze your abs back in tight. Don't let them poke out. Light on those fingers, digging into that right heel. You have 4, you have 3, you have 2, you have 1. Drop that left knee low. Shift your weight back in this front heel. Drop it in that pulse. Good, adding those arms here, we take it beneath our thigh and lift. Beneath our thigh and lift. Down, lift. Shoot your weight towards the right heel for 4. Lift for 3. Lift for 2. And 1. Lift yourself up. Good, you guys. 1 more round right here. Let's go. Step that left foot back. Drop your hands down. Lift it up. Squeeze that left glute. Kick it. Lunge it. Lift. And stand. Last set of this, and we're dropping down to the mat. Give it all that you got here. We've got it. Step it back. Hands down. Kick it back. Bring it in. Kick it back. Lunge, lift, and stand. Work it. Focus on all the tools that we just talked about. Your core, the spot in front of you. Your weight shifting forward. Nice, maybe you give your right toes a little bit of a wiggle. You have 4. Step, lift, bring it in, bring it out, lunge, lift, and stand. Last 3. Go big right here, squeeze that left glute. Last and final 2. Rock it, bring it out, bring it in, bring it out, lunge, lift, and stand. Final 1. Stay low with me. Don't arch that back. Drop your shoulders down. Kick it out. Bring it in. Kick it out. Bring it in. I know that hamstring feels it on that right side. Push through it. It's 4. It's 3. It's 2. It's 1. Drop down into that lunge to finish. Bring your hands up. Find the pulse. Drop the left knee down. Shift your weight in the right heel. Bring your hands down and lift. Down and lift. We're in it together. Give me 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Lift it up, shake it off. And we are dropping down to the mat. You've made it to the sculpt section of class. Heart rate is up, now we sculpt. So we're down on the mat. Keep those ankle weights on, take them off. Adjust as needed. Pause this video, grab water. We're going into this right side glute here. So into a 3-legged dog here. Tucking your toes under. I want you in a nice little tabletop. Your hips and knees are stacked, and your shoulders and your palms are stacked. We're gonna lift that right leg up to the sky. So 3-legged dog, press your shoulders down. Dig into that left heel. Right leg goes up, squeezing your glute. And then we're gonna find a rock down super slow. So slowly, using all the might in your core, drop those knees down. So don't plop them down, but use all the control you have. And then take a wide push-up, nose diving forward, tapping your nose down, elbows go wide, lift yourself back up. So you should be light on your toes in that push-up, like you're bringing all your weight forward. Instead of having any cows, bringing that weight down, or cats, any sort of arch in your back. I really want it to be neutral, so you have to squeeze your abs the whole time, and you really have to focus on this one. So inhale, squeeze that right glute up in that 3-legged dog. Exhale, bring it down super, super, super slowly. And then drop into that push-up. Inhale, exhale, lift. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, control on that descent wide with those knees tapping down. Inhale, nose dive. Exhale, lift. Inhale, squeeze that right glute. Exhale, drop down, knees go down. You got it, inhale and exhale. Right leg up, slowly come down using control. Nose dive down and lift. Good, you guys, inhale. Exhale, knees down. Inhale, drop down into that push-up. Exhale, lift up. You're here, inhale, squeeze. Exhale, lower. Inhale, drop. Exhale, lift. Final 2. Inhale, squeeze your right glute. Exhale, drop down. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lift. Last one, inhale. Exhale, drop. Inhale, nose dive. Exhale, lift yourself up into that push-up we're adding on here. We're gonna lift that right leg up to the sky, dropping to this left forearm. So plugging into your right wrist. I want you thinking of active activation into your shoulder and into your tricep here. We're gonna tap that right leg down and then lift it up. Just your toe, big toe taps the ground and lift. So I want an external rotation leading with that thigh here. Your toes are facing out. Good, tap and lift. It doesn't need to be a high squeeze, but just enough to find the tension in the glute. And then squeezing the abs in, so no movement in that upper body. Keep your gaze ahead and forward. It's down, lift, down, and lift. Good, I know that right leg is shaking. You have 4, lift for 3, lift for 2, lift for 1, let it go. You have 1 more round of that, same thing, same side. We got this together. So dropping into that nice 4-legged position here, tucking those toes under, 3-legged dog, right leg flies up, drop your shoulders down. Inhale, exhale, control on that descent. Inhale, nose dive, push up. Exhale, lift yourself up. Go, inhale, lift. Exhale, knees drop. Inhale, push up. Exhale, lift. You can do it. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, knees down. Inhale, nose dive. Exhale, lift. Remember that core on that push-up. Don't arch your back. Drop it down. Tabletop, inhale. Exhale, lift. Work it. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, drop. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Can you give me 3 more? Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, lower. Inhale, drop. Exhale, lift. It's your final 2. Inhale, squeeze. Drop. Inhale, nose dive. Exhale, lift. Final, final. Inhale, squeeze. Make it count. Drop it down. Inhale, push up. Exhale. Exhale, lift up, drop to that left forearm. Find the squeeze with that right leg behind you. Tap it down and lift. Good, transition, get there quick. Point those toes, it's down. Lift, gaze stays forward. Digging into your right tricep, don't lean into that left hip like you're a leaning tower. You can do it, lift on out of it. Mind over matter here. It's 4, lift for 3, lift for 2, lift for 1, lift. Good, little break here, drop it down. Little break here in the glutes. We're gonna go into some planks. So, grab water, let that breath go, and meet me in a plank. All right, you guys, dropping into a forearm plank here, stepping back onto those feet. I want your weight to be forward in the shoulders, and then squeezing your glutes together. We're gonna pike those hips up. So inhale, pike it up. Exhale, drop it down. Squeeze your glutes at the bottom. Inhale, pike it up. Exhale, squeeze down, bring your weight back in your shoulders. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower, squeeze, squeeze, flex those abs, squeeze your glutes. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 2 more, breath is so important here. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Last one, inhale. Exhale, lower, hold it here. Hold, hold, you have 4. You have 3. You have 2. You have 1, drop those knees down. We're going into a traditional plank. So back on your hands, meet me there in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. We're gonna step this right knee towards that left wrist, and then left leg follows, stepping it back on the left, stepping it back on the right. So leaning into the shoulders here. We're just taking little steps, finding a pinch in that right oblique. So take that big twist. Reach for the left hand, bring it all the way back, squeeze the belly, and 2 more. Don't let your abs poke down and dome to the ground. Last one, other side. Left leg starts, leads towards the right wrist. Inhale, cross. Exhale, back. Inhale, cross, keep that weight forward. Exhale, back, don't cheat yourself with this one. Keep that butt down. You have 3 more, inhale. I know it's intense. We're almost there. Last 2. Light on those feet. Last 1. Hold that plank with me. Hold, hold. Squeeze your glutes together. Drop your weight in your shoulders for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Good, you guys. Child's pose. Sit it back in your heels. Exhale your breath. Let yourself just melt into the mat here for a second. Good, bring yourself back up into a tabletop. We're gonna use our ball for this second one. If you wanna grab a pillow, you're more than welcome to. If you wanna modify without a ball, more than welcome to. So place this ball right beneath that right leg. We go invert the knee, open it all the way up, crossing it down, and then lift it up. So you have to flex your foot so your ball doesn't go anywhere, which means your calf has to be engaged, your hamstring has to be engaged, and then you have to rotate that right hip down. So it's not opening to the side, but keeping it plugged down actively by using your core. You go down, invert, open, cross, and lift. It's invert, open that hip flexor wide, and lift. Invert, open, cross, and lift. Keep it up. Invert, open, cross, and lift. I know it's spicy. You're there, you're there. We have 4. It is quick. Lift, cross, and lift. For 3, up, cross, and lift. For 2, up, cross. Last one right here. Hold it up in the sky. Hold it here. We're just gonna cross it down and lift up. It's a cross and a lift. Back to those basics. Keep the upper body still. It's down and lift. Down and lift. Squeeze that right glute. For 4, make it count. For 3, for 2, and for 1, drop it, let it go. Give that glute a little break. We've done 3 things in this right time. We're really experts. We can do it. We can do 1 more round. What's another round? Think of 1 thing that you can improve upon on this section that you didn't do on the last. So, drop to that left forearm. invert, lift, cross, lift, good, invert, lift, cross, lift, abs are tight here, right tricep is engaged, invert, open the hips, cross and lift, invert, lift, cross and lift, good, use your breath here, inhale, exhale as you lift for 3, up, cross and lift, for 2, up, cross and lift, squeeze that ball, last one, right here, hold it, crossing it down and lifting it up, so down and lift, down and lift, this is it, big finale, big push, weight is out of the left hip, it's 4, lift, for 3, lift, for 2, lift, for 1, lift, let it go. Swing yourself around to the other side, left side, let's lock in. So going into that 3-legged dog, like we were from the start, tuck your toes under, left leg swings up to the sky. So digging into that right heel, left leg goes up this time, lift it, drop it down very carefully. Bring your weight into your shoulders, drop your knees, squeeze your belly in, bring your knees very wide into that wide base, and then drop into that push-up. Inhale, nose dive, let your toes come up off the ground. Exhale, lift yourself back up. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, drop it down, wide base. Inhale, nose dive, keep that back in neutral. Exhale, lift yourself up. Good, squeeze that left glute at the top. Inhale. Exhale, drop it. Inhale, push it. Exhale, lift it. Inhale, squeeze, good, find some energy here. I know it's hard, I know you're shaking. You got this, stick with me. Inhale, squeeze that left glute. Exhale, drop it down. Inhale, nose dive. Exhale, lift, work it, you guys. Inhale, lift. Exhale, drop it. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, find that groove. You can do it. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, drop it. Exhale, lift it, 4 more. Big push, inhale. Exhale, slow. Inhale, nose drive. Exhale, lift. Last 3, inhale. Drop it down. Exhale, nose dive. And lift, 2 more. Reach all the way up. Drop those shoulders down. Don't let them come up in your ears. Last and final one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Nose dive, inhale. Exhale, lift, drop to the right forearm here. Lift that left leg back. So pressing into the left side this time. Staying out of your right hip. Gaze is ahead. Find the length back in your neck. If you're starting to shrug your shoulders up and hold tension there, release it, let it go. Squeeze your abs back in. Drop the left hip bone down to the ground. Toes are pointing down, down. And lift, tap, and lift. Give me 8 more good squeezes. 7, for 6. Work it, focus right here. Final 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Let it go. Awesome, 1 more round. Make it your best and final effort here. Lifting all the way up, squeeze that left glute. Drop it down. Knees are wide. Inhale, nose dive, push up. Exhale, lift. Good, inhale, fuel up. Squeeze that left glute, drop it down. Inhale, nose dive. Exhale, lift. Work it, squeeze, squeeze. Drop it, drop it. Inhale, nose dive. Exhale, lift. We're in it here, lift, lift. Drop it, lower it. Lift it, find your groove. Lift, lower, nose dive, bring it up. 3 more, you go, lift, and drop. Lower, nose dive, and lift. Last and final 2, squeeze it. Lower down, nose dive, and lift. It's your final 1, lift it, and lower it. Nose dive, lift yourself up. Excellent, drop to that right forearm. Dig back deep into that left palm. Tap it down and lift. Hauling those abs in, tap and lift. Don't swing your back with you. So really control it in the core. Pressing into that left tricep. Elbow is bent, so don't lean away from that arm, but bring it back in right beneath your shoulder, and then press into it. You have 8, squeeze it, squeeze it. 7, hold, hold. Right here, you have 5, you have 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Let it go. Oh my gosh. Last push. If you're using that ball or pillow, place it underneath that left knee. And then everyone drops to the right forearm like we just were, pressing into that left wrist actively again. We're not cutting corners here. We're gonna take our knee to knee. So swing it out, knees tap one another. Open that hip flexor up. So pointing that left hip bone down, squeeze your ball in, cross your ankle, and then lift it up. So you go knee to knee, open wide, cross it down, lift it up, find a groove. Invert, lift, cross, lift. Keep your gaze forward. It's invert, open, cross, lift, invert, open, cross, lift. This is when your abs are really super important here. If they're poking down, you're losing sight of that connection. Keep it there. Invert, lift, cross, lift, invert, lift, cross, lift. It's 4, lift. Work it for 3, lift, cross, lift, 2, lift, cross, lift. Last one right here, hold it at the top. Take it down and lift, so cross your ankles and lift, cross your ankles and lift. You got it. Down, lift, down, lift. Upper body as still as possible. You have 8, squeeze your ball. 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, you're almost there. Final 2, final 1, let it go, drop it down. All right, real talk, we have one more round. Ask yourself that question, what is one thing you can change and improve upon this round? So this is not meant to be a torture device to make you do it again so that you're just kind of hitting your head on the wall doing the same thing over and over again. But this is really a moment of growth where you think about, wow, I did that once. I didn't think I could do it. I'm gonna do it a second time, and the second time around, I'm gonna bring even more intention into it. So drop down to your right forearm. Last round, we take the knee in, lift, cross, lift. Let's go. Knee, lift, cross, lift. Shoulders stay down. Good, you guys. Knee, open, cross, lift. Knee, open, flex your foot so the ball is feeling all that love. It's not gonna fly away from you. You have 4, lift, cross, lift. 3, lift, cross, lift. For 2, lift, cross, lift. Last one, hold it right here, hold it back, find the cross. You go lower, lift, readjust if that left hip bone starts to come up. I want your back nice and flat, like I could put a book right on it. You have 8, squeeze it, squeeze it. 7, squeeze, 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and 1, let that go. You did it. We're gonna find a little stretch and then finish with some abs. So bring that right leg over into a twist, and then take that left elbow, place it on your right knee, open up to the right side of the room. Big opener with that chest. Whew. Let your breath come back to you. And other side, left knee comes around, right elbow meets that left knee, and big twist. All right, you guys, we got abs to finish. That's it. So lower into that back. If you have ankle weights on, you can keep them on. And if you have a ball, I want it placed right on your tailbone. So place your ball there and then lift your legs up to the sky here. So both legs go up and then into a nice tabletop. So you take your knees down, in that tabletop, that 90-degree angle here. We're gonna open up into a straddle, so really squeezing your belly button into the ball the whole time. If you don't have a ball and you wanna use a pillow, you can do that. And if you don't have a pillow, just remember to keep squeezing that belly button in, and the farther your knees are away from you, the harder it is. Flex your feet. We're gonna tap our heels down, opening up into a straddle, and then lift it back up into that tabletop. So you go tap and lift, tap and lift. So we hear a lot of chatter about really activating our deep core muscles here, but what that means is really thinking of your abdomen and pressing it down into the mat so there's no arch in your spine. And then with that deep core, the more we work on these exercises, the more your mobility gets more strong, the more you'll feel secure in your posture just throughout your day. You'll see an improvement. You'll get better in those standing balancing moments. And you'll just really think about that cinch the whole time as you go through exercises. So don't take this lightly, even though it might feel a little less strenuous. You have 4. Using your breath here to fuel you. For 2, and for 1, come back to that tabletop. We're gonna take this right leg out in front of us and then bring it in. So press it out, bring it in. Keep your feet flexed. Keep that left leg nice and stable here. It's out and in. So really, again, digging into your ball. Inhale, exhale. So this is more about intentional breathing and intentional squeezing than anything else. You have 4. For 3. For 2. Other side in 1. Right knee comes in. Left leg flexes out. Again, the farther your knees are, the more challenging it is to balance. Squeezing again, that belly button should be locked into the mat or into that ball. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. You have 1. Now lift those legs all the way up to the side, straighten them out here. We're gonna scissor kick it. So pointing your toes, we take that right leg up to the sky, left leg comes into a hover, and then switch it out. Scissor right, scissor left. Good. Again, digging into your ball, really bringing intention back into this. If you're starting to wobble, how can you come back to that breath and come back to that belly button core, that sensation, that press, that you really have it under control. Inhale, exhale. For 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Good. Drop those heels down. Remove that ball from underneath you very carefully. Slowly roll your butt all the way down. We're gonna take our legs out. So like you're in a pencil position here, and then we're gonna bring our heels in. So coming in for heel taps. You can either go both heels at the same time or single heels tapping out and in. Again, pressing down with your belly button into the mat. So you can place one hand on your core, both hands by your side. And again, if you want a little more advanced burn, you take your heels at the same time. But that doesn't mean you compromise the form. So if you feel like you're plopping your heels down, go back to those singles. It is totally up to you, but I want you in total control of this one. You have 4. Tap it. For 3. Tap it. For 2. Tap it. And 1. Good. Back into that straddle. Your knees are wide here. We're gonna bring our hands behind our head to finish this off. Getting a little spice going, a little crunch going. So lift your shoulder blades up here, gaze up to the sky here. Finding this right hand crossing our body here, and then bring it back to center. Left hand crosses to that corner, bring it back to center. So alternate right and left. Don't tuck your chin under, but make sure you're looking up and ahead towards the corners of the room. Again, pressing your belly button in, having a wraps and under control of that core. You have 4. You have 3. You have 2. You have 1. Center this time. Both arms, we're gonna cross our chest and then lift up and take our arms to the side. So you go down and lift, down and lift. Find that crunch at the top, hold for that microsecond, and then drop back down. Like you can take a picture at the top and lower. Lift and lower. You have 4, you have 3, you have 2, you have 1. Finishing off in a hold. Bring your legs up to the sky with me, and then start to climb a rope right to left. And you're climbing that highest mountain, really pulling all the way up. Flex your feet. Make sure your legs are straight. You have 8. Pull, pull, go higher. 7, pull. For 6, you're almost there. You're to the top. Keep reaching. For 4, go. For 3, you're there. In 2, in 1, both arms up to the sky. You've made it. It's that final hold for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees in for a nice hug. Rock it side to side on that lower back. Let it all go. Let yourself feel heavy. Let that breath go finally. Big exhale, sigh it out. Good, placing that back on the ground, and then grabbing our heels. We're gonna go into a happy baby, opening up those hip flexors. So you can stay here in a stagnant hold, or you can rock side to side. Whatever feels good for you. Oh my gosh, you did so much we accomplished in those 50 minutes. So much happened, so much goodness. Come back to this, do it again. You're gonna get better over and over. That was super advanced, so don't be discouraged. Bring your knees in for a hug, your nose into your knees, and then rock yourself up facing forward. Come into a seated position, crisscross those legs. Bring this left arm up and over. Keep your right hand locked into the side. Big side body stretch on that left side. Let it go. Inhale, lift up. Left hand down, right arm up and over. Big stretch. And drop those forearms down. Let your head just fall heavy here. Shake it yes and no. Let your glutes feel slightly lifted. All your weight shifts forward. 1 more inhale, yes. Exhale, no. And roll yourself up. Good, bring your hands behind your glutes here. We're gonna shrug our shoulders up into our ears, closing those eyes. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, release it. Inhale, shrug. Exhale, release it. 1 more inhale, shrug. Exhale, release it. Hands come over our heads. And together we finish. Inhale. Exhale, thread through heart center. You did it. Excellent job. I'm so grateful you made it to the end here. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and feel free to subscribe, like, comment what you'd like to see next. Follow along on my Instagram and TikTok for more, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Thank you so much.